So quotes and zip ties are now intellectual property, and at this rate, no one can do anything. You can't do anything. You speaking, dog, I'm taking legal action, son. I'm suing you. It's crazy out here in these streets. Whatever, let's go ahead and talk about it. What up, everybody? It's your boy Reggie Casual, and here is another case of big guy versus little guy, even though little guy may have a point, but in this case, they can't do anything about it. Allow me to explain. Rastaclat, a brand from Long Beach, California, started in like 2009 or 2010, have recently been selling $18 bracelets that look a lot like the zip tie shoelaces from the Off-White Nike 10 collection, complete with the spoof on the entire Off-White mantra. It is classic streetwear, and honestly, a pretty good idea considering the times we live in. It's tongue-in-cheek, no harm, no foul. They aren't actually shoelaces, but bracelets, because that's what Rastaclat sells. Now, I could talk about how some outlets didn't do their due diligence and research, but I'm gonna go ahead and save that criticism because I don't want to burn any bridges yet. That being said, the higher-ups of Off-White have caught wind of this and proceeded to take legal action. I say that because, to be fair to Virgil, Off-White is like 46% owned by the Milan-based group New Guards Group, so this may not be all him, but still. All right, so let's get this straight real quick. Let's go ahead and extrapolate this. Off-White is taking legal action against the label for spoofing zip ties and quote designs on a product that Off-White doesn't actually sell. It's an inspired product, and the actual zip ties and quotes design isn't trademarked. Because, I mean, who trademarks quotation marks? Right? Because that would be silly. And just in case we didn't get that the first time, one more time for the people in the back, Off-White is taking legal action against the label for copying them. Well, that is rich. So before I get into the obvious, let's go ahead and just talk about the history of this. Streetwear in particular, this genre of fashion, has been spoofing luxury for a long time, from Stussy's iconic Chanel riff to SSUR's Comb the Fuck Down and countless other examples. Needless to say, these awesome tongue-in-cheek moments are what makes streetwear streetwear. Second, inspiration, dissemination, and creative ideas are what makes streetwear colorful, and this design was a brilliant take on something that's out there but seen from a different perspective, which is what this is all about. So for all you only hype beasts will put these stupid bracelets on people out there, what you're failing to understand is that this product was actually Rastaclat spoofing Off-White, essentially a parody. The price tag on the item is indicative of that. And again, Off-White did not trademark these designs, which is silly in hindsight because that means that they completely misplaced the value of that particular design. And the minute someone makes a tangential product that is inspired by that design, arms are all of a sudden thrown in the air in disgust, like how dare they? Of course, this is ironic considering that Off-White screams this all the time when we catch them being, let's say, overly inspired by labels and pieces they claim aren't rips at all. And that's for actual pieces that are in the same product category, which means Off-White is essentially saying, we can copy you, but you can't copy us. I mean, we can be inspired by you because we don't copy. That's not what we do. Now, let's be real. What this is really about is image. Off-White doesn't want to be associated with anything cheap, so to speak. And frankly, the design by Rastaclat could beat the case, but the company that owns Off-White might just throw in so much legal bravado that Rastaclat just ends up throwing in the towel and saying it is not worth it. And this is where the problem starts. Because this shows that we're at a point in the industry where smaller labels can be snuffed out by bigger ones, putting the entire culture of street fashion at risk. This inevitably means that Off-White is anything but the culture, so it can't really claim this anymore. It's seen as beyond it in the eyes of the owners, and as such is operating like most fashion conglomerates. I mean, you hear this case all the time. Seriously, up-and-comers are literally scared to start brands for fear that someone is going to steal their designs. And now they can't even be inspired by these bigger brands. So the danger of bigger brands stifling smaller up-and-coming ones is ever present, now more than ever. And Off-White is proving it right here. And again, what makes this worse is that this is coming from a label that is notorious for copying designs. And of course, fans of Off-White, or Virgil for that matter, will scream, copying has been going on in fashion forever, so you can't criticize him for that. Basically, they're giving a pass to the powerful, and in the same breath, those same people are up in arms again the minute someone copies Virgil. Like, oh, Off-White did it better though. It ain't his fault he's bigger than those other brands. I mean, hell, you see it with bigger labels. You have cats who really thought Chitose Abe of Sakai, one of Japan's most celebrated designers, was ripping the 10 when she dropped the LDV waffles in the blazer designs. It's that crazy in the world of hype. And the rest of us are just sitting there like, Jesus, make up your mind. It is infuriating. There, I did it. All right, so don't ever say I didn't do anything for you. But let's not get this twisted, because once again, I have to say it, I have to preface, I don't have a problem with Virgil or Off-White. In fact, I respect what Virgil has done for fashion. And I don't really care what they are allegedly accused of in the copying department, because that happens all the time. But we gotta call a spade, and this is a case of Off-White and whoever is involved in this legal action is engaging in a bit of hypocrisy. And what makes this even more ridiculous is that now we have media outlets calling Rastaclat a new brand, and it ripped off Off-White's designs. Really? Really? Because if I'm not mistaken, Rastaclat has been around since like 2009, 2010. That's older than Off-White. So again, yes, media gets it wrong because of their insatiable desire to appease the powerful, sway opinion, and define the narrative and the culture itself. And that's exactly what pisses people off. Like, we have to love or accept everything that is fed to us, and anything that isn't in the mainstream is less than. And that's what makes a lot of people not want to do this whole fashion thing. And you know what? There's nothing that we can really do about that, because Off-White has all the right in the world to seek legal action. But it would have been better served collabing with Rastaclat. I mean, they could have done that and we would have applauded them for that. So if that's how it's gonna be, and if that's the case, what we should do as a community is go ahead and support Rastaclat. Check out Rastaclat.com and pick up a bracelet. I'm not getting paid to say that, but they do good work and they got some pretty dope stuff, and hopefully this helps them fight off those legal issues. And if not for their product, at least to show support. Unless you're in the Off-White corner on this one, which is, I mean, to each his own, I guess. But of course, what are your thoughts on Off-White taking legal action against Rastaclat? Let your thoughts be known in the comments. Give a thumbs up if you like this video, and follow your boy on Instagram at Reggie Casual and the Casual Official at thecasual.co. So stay. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to subscribe. But most importantly, keep it locked right here for all of your info on international street fashion and culture from Tokyo with your boy. And keep it casual. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I'll see you guys in a minute. I am so hungry. I'm really hungry. I'm about to go get something to eat. You guys can argue in the comments.